Hello my friends and welcome to another League of Legends Arena gameplay. Today I'm bringing you the craziest comeback in Arena history. I'm playing Diana. Oh, where'd she go? Okay, let me make sure we're recording because I just recorded this video for an hour and then it was a black screen, so hopefully we're good this time. All right, I'm playing Diana. I saw my teammate picked Pyke, and so I looked at the champs that had anvils, and since we already had an AD champ, I decided to pick something AP, and I was like, Diana's really easy, straightforward, does a lot of damage. I don't think her prismatic augments options were very good, but like I saw slow cooker and I'm like, I have a feeling that's good. I can build kind of bruiser and do a lot of damage just by being near people. Let's switch this to me. There we go. Now I'm going to tell you, this is the biggest comeback because we are going to get dominated. We're going to get decimated. We are actually going to go all the way to elimination round. I believe we'll be one round from elimination. And then we're going to, I think, not lose a round again after that. Just win the rest. All the way to first place. So, we're really relying on this scaling. And I'm going to show you that Tank Diana works. I think tanks in general in this, that was unlucky for the poor Pyke. He was dashing over and he got hooked. I think tanks in general are super strong in this. If you get the right augments and runes and stuff. I guess not runes, huh? Anyway, so yeah, Pyke has ability haste per round. I forgot to use my anvil because I'm, not the best at this game. This is a super oppressive comp. The Darius has so much healing. He does so much damage in extended fights, and his healing plus Yumi healing, they were just super strong. Did get a little gold from killing Darius, but still lose. Alright, and then let's see, we got Xin Zhao, Trundle, and Riven. Riven, no changes. Trundle, you can't buy legendary items, but anvils are cheaper, I think, maybe. And then Xin Zhao, you actually gain anvils on losing. So I know Xin Zhao is the one we end up getting, and that ends up, hey, there's another lion in here. Alright, where am I? There I am. Okay, so I picked Trundle. Don't remember why. I'm sure I had a reason. But we ended up getting Xin Zhao. And Xin Zhao ended up being so good for us. Because we lose so many rounds, we get a bunch of free anvils until we hit the point where we don't lose another round after that. So I end up with a lot of anvils. So definitely not, you don't want to lose on purpose to get anvils, but it works out for us this game. I'm maxing W, which gives us a shield. So, going over Diana skills real quick. Her passive, she gains attack speed, and then it's increased for 5 seconds after using an ability. And every third attack cleaves nearby enemies, doing bonus magic damage, scaling with AP. So, her Q, she throws out an arc of lunar energy, dealing magic damage and marking with moonlight. So if she hits someone with her Q, like I did right there, and then her E is a dash, her dash has a long cooldown, but if she hits someone with Q first, she gets the dash refreshed. So basically, if you land Q first, you can dash twice. Get a little double damage, get double, movement abilities. And then her W summons 3 orbs around her that when they hit enemies, they do damage and give her a shield. And that scales with AP and health. And I'm going to be going a lot of health this game. So Pyke is doing his best here. Not much he can do. Early game, we're just getting destroyed. And so I will show you guys how to play Tank Diana and get first place. So, oh, and then the ultimate. The ultimate has a very small range around her with which it kind of sucks enemies in and then explodes doing damage. So it kind of pops people up just a little bit and then sucks them in and does damage. So minor CC plus a little bursty damage based on AP. So for us, since we're going to be going Tank Diana, it's not going to do a ton of damage, but it does give us a little bit of CC and like pulling people in. Okay. Pike gets Prowler's Claw for his prismatic. Let's see. I am maxing shield, you can see, because we're getting wrecked. I got this slow cooker, and I remember, you can see it's already done 1,000 damage per round in 2 rounds. That's crazy. And I don't even have any health stacking yet. So I remember thinking, I got slow cooker, I need to be durable, I need to survive, and so I started putting points in this so I would live longer and do more damage. And then I took Demon King's Crown. This ends up being super good, even though we lose a lot, and we lose a lot of the percentage. It just gives so much health, and we're going to end up doing a max health build, so it ends up being super good. Because even though we lose a lot, it still ends up being super good. Jax is destroying me. Let's see if there's anything else on here. So pulls in, slows by 40%. Yeah, oh, so it doesn't do any damage if you don't hit anyone, but I mean, that makes sense. It's logical. So we're struggling. We're both low HP. We're both getting wrecked. We're trying to get to safety. I got my shield. Not that it matters much. So yeah, Diana pretty simple. Ability's pretty simple. Not a lot of crazy mechanics. Not really any mechanics. Maybe the dash on the E with the moonlight from the Q, but that's pretty simple. So with this prismatic, when you die you lose 3%. When you win you gain 1. So it's not good. It's not considered good if you're losing a lot, which we will lose a lot. The reason why it's still good is because it's still percentage-based scaling. So even though, so when I stack a bunch of health, it's still going to have a ton of health, even if the percentage drops super low, because it's still scaling off a percentage. So if you're doing a tank build, I think this is still good, even if you're losing for a while, which we'll see here. Let's see what else we got. So we did buy Heartsteel with Slow Cooker. And Slow Cooker's been doing 1,000 damage a round with no health. I really did kind of double down and be like, okay, we're going Heartsteel. We don't even have the quest augment, and it is possible to not get it. So, but after I bought it, I do know that we're going to get it, which is huge. Pike goes in and just gets melted. And I should have gone in with him. He's a bit faster than me getting in. I don't have the movement speed that he does. I didn't buy boots. I did double down on anvils. I bought a bunch of anvils. Reason being, I didn't think boots was going to be the difference between me killing or surviving. And I did feel like I needed more stats. I needed more anvils. So on that second round, I bought the anvil, I believe, instead of the boots. Because there was no boots I really needed. And that ends up working out in the end because we scale into a monster. And I can't see my anvils right now because we're dead, but we'll check them in a second. Here we are. We got 3 so far. We had the free one, and then the one after starter item, and then we just got another one, and we got 375 health. That's huge. That was one of the options, was 375 health, so we snatched that up. The first 2 were the combos of ability haste and attack speed, which she uses both those pretty well. Spamming abilities and her passive attack speed super good on her. That's why Nashor's is pretty good on her. Okay. And then we got, I did right here, bam. So I bought this last round. We lucked out and we got the quest, Steal Your Heart, this round. Now the way this works is once you hit 400 stacks, you multiply your stacks by 6, and you get increased health regen by 12.5% of your stacks. So lots of health regen, lots more stacks, just tons more health. Super good. I was not watching how I got melted here, but I got destroyed. We are not scaling yet. It's a Hui Ornn, and I got shreked. Oh, it's the Hui probably. Just hit me with all the abilities. And I tried to run and heal. Didn't work out for me. Pyke's doing their best, kiting around, trying to be disruptive. We just lack damage early. Pyke has, I mean, he has some damage, but none of these are really helping that much with damage. Gets me back up, but I have 1 HP and I don't get to heal. So I'm just going to turn around and die again. And like I said, this wouldn't be the biggest comeback if we didn't get destroyed early, you know? So, Pyke, like I said, Pyke's doing his best. So, definitely a hard team. A bunch of these teams are hard for us. And I'm pretty heavy. I'm not doing a lot of... I mean, I am kind of doing a lot of damage. Like, I've done 5,000 damage with this. With 1 augment. That's kind of crazy. But I'm really not doing enough damage to actually kill anybody. I'm not really helping in that sense. The Xin Zhao is helping us a ton. Because every round we lose, we're getting 1 free anvil. So that's huge. I guess I'm picking what I want. I think I might have even used the anvil and then something popped up. I don't even know. Because we're just sitting here staring at an anvil or something. Or maybe, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it had something going on in RL. It looks like I lost an anvil. I clicked the anvil. We didn't get it. So I do remember that happening in one of the games. I didn't remember that it was this one. But I clicked the anvil and then something popped up and then I just didn't get the anvil. Never... but yeah, we're doubling down on this health damage, so we grab a Sunfire that's going to do damage based scaling with our health. And actually, after buying this Sunfire, we go from being kind of useless and just insta-dying every round to like, all of a sudden we're not dying. And I think this was our elimination round. I think this was the round we would have died. If we'd lost here, we would have been out. And so, just at the nick of time, we got the Sunfire with our other health items. And we're just cooking them. They don't have the survivability to out-tank how much I'm tanking. That attack speed got me all 3 of those. He didn't get any. He, like, tried. Yeah, so this was, like, the last round before we get eliminated. And we start turning it around. And I brought Pyke back. He got a kill, execute, and bam. Tank Diane is starting to put in work. So, yeah, we were at 20 health. And we didn't gain any back. I'm wondering if that's part of Xin Zhao. You don't gain health back but you get an anvil. I wonder if that's the gimmick. I don't really remember for sure. But yeah, we stay at 20 health for a really long time now. So we hit 20. I think that's 1 round from dying. How much do you lose? Loss penalty, 20. Yeah, the last round. Loss penalty was 20. Yeah, right here. So if we had lost that round, we would be out right now. We would be done. But that Sunfire putting in work. Did 1600 damage the first round. Made me tanky. 200 stacks. We were at 17%, and we went up 1% to 18. Alright. And I bought another anvil. Giving me... We got the anvil that gave us 15% bonus health. Oh, that's huge. So, there is definitely some luck in this game. And, you know, getting the right things at the right time. Slow Cooker's done 10,000 damage. I was feeling good because I was super tanky last round, and then I remember in this round I go in, this Gragas destroys me, just melts me, pops me. Pyke does a good job of getting me back up. Yeah. The Gragas melts me. I think the Pike clutches this though. That was super unlucky. Gragas dashes in while Pike is moving. Yep, Pike clutches it though. Really good teammate. So yeah, because again, if we lose this round, we're out. So every single round, because we're not gaining any health, every single round, or maybe you don't gain health. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure you gain health when you win. I have not paid it that close attention, I guess. But yeah, every single round, if we lost, we'd be out. So we win every single round until first place, which is crazy, super crazy. All right, and it's not all me. Definitely, without the Pike, we win the main. So the two of us were losing together early, and then I'm really glad he didn't give up and quit. Here I'm going back and forth between Mel and Mord. And I remember thinking Mord would be good for breaking up the Darius and Yuumi combination. Darius and Yuumi was still in first until like last round or the round, no, 2 rounds before that. They've lost their last 2. But they were still in first place, and I remember thinking they were still a threat. And so by grabbing Mordekaiser, ulting one of them, it really makes them a lot weaker because they're strong together. They're not as strong separate. So picks Mordekaiser. Let's see what else we got. We got critical healing here. Diana doesn't have a lot of healing, but she does have that shield on her W that I maxed first, and it scales off at health. So I remember thinking, oh, we'll get bigger shields, and I didn't really have good options. The other 2 options weren't good. I don't build any other crit or anything for this, so this does do a bunch of shielding, but it's kind of more of a side thing. I do grab a Jack Show because in that last round I got melted, so I have a ton of health, but I don't have a ton of resources. You can't tell, but we're in one of us is immortal, which is why they were split up. Now Mortal, they just kited us out and Mortal ended. I regretted this. I dashed in and I was like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I dashed in and then I was with the Darius. She barriered and it buried both of them? I don't even know how that works. And then we just cook them. I had to run. I was on 1 HP. So I grabbed Jack Show. Jack Show is super good because it has percentage. It has scaling, armor, and magic resist. So instead of just flat. So it does have flat, but then it also has scaling. After 5 seconds of champion combat, increase bonus armor and magic resist by 40% until the end of combat. So I grabbed that because that Gragas melted me last run. And so far I have all like health items with very limited resistances. And I needed to actually be tanky, so I got Jack Show. Jack Show increasing resistances by a lot in combat. So, let's see. Yeah, after... I don't really know Diana. I don't play her. So I maxed the shield because I was trying to be survivable. And then I just did Q because I figured that's the damage. And the E is just the dash. I don't know if that's correct. Diana Min can correct me down below. But yeah, so I went W, Q, E. Probably supposed to do something like Q and then, I don't even know, maybe W, maybe E, I don't know. But anyways, okay. So here I wanted to get some healing and some scaling. So I already had a bunch of health, a bunch of resistances now. So I grab a Rift Maker because all of Diana's abilities scale with AP. And what this does is it gives me bonus damage in combat. I'm not even following myself. There we go. And it gives me healing. Omni-Man. Look at that. So, now I'm this big tank that's actually healing instead of... Which means that critical healing will actually get some benefit. So, we're just sitting in the middle of this raid boss Thresh. And we're doing more damage than he is, and we're healing more than he is. We're just kind of melting him. We've got Slow Cooker going. It's at 22,000 damage on Slow Cooker. That is crazy. He only has 500 stacks. He did not get the Steal Your Heart, which is significant. That is very significant. So, he's got 600 stacks, but he doesn't have the quest. So, but anyways, I'm just sitting on him, melting them, just burning them, just cooking them. And there's not really anything they can do. They can't kill me. They don't do as much damage as me, and they're not as tanky as me at this point. So Riftmaker, ability, power, health, ability, haste, and then for each second in combat, increasing bonus damage up to 8%, and at maximum strength, gain 10% Omnivamp, plus that you gain ability power based on your bonus health. So scaling with health. So 140 free ability power there, just because we have so much health, which makes this a 200 ability power item instead of a 60 ability power item. So super good. I don't know if I get to buy another item yet. I know. Yep. I go with the AD one. So this is damage AD from health. So you can see 284 AD from bonus health, and increased AD based on percent missing health. So I've got health, AP, AD, damage from health, tankiness, and Demon Kings. I'm just a huge... At this point, I'm a raid boss without having the raid boss room. This Jax does a lot of damage to me at first. And CCs me a bit. But he's not as durable as me. He's not gonna survive. He's just gonna get cooked. See? Bam. And he's gone. And now the tank is gonna be able to do anything, because he's like more of a genuine tank. Yeah. And I'm a tank that's doing crazy damage. So we took the health to AD, and the health, you know, she has 0 AD scalings. But look at this. That gives us over 500 AD. Like, and so each of our autos is hurting. And we've got a ton of attack speed in our anvils. Well, no, we don't. We have 20%. I thought we had more. I do see that we got a second 15% health. So we have 30% health there. That's crazy. But yeah, so like 500 AD, 300 AP, you know, 250 armor, 150 magic resist, and all these things scaling up with Jack shows, and on lower health more AD, just more damage overall, plus Omnivamp. Like, it's just, this is a crazy build. This is crazy. So we got more stat invils, 3 stat invils. 800 healing so far, 2500 shielding so far. The damage is crazy. 15,000 damage on Sunfire. 3,000 stacks. I don't know any of these other. So like this Demon Kings, we were down to 17% from losing. It's got 2,000 health on it. It's up to 22. I think it started at 23, right? So it's still lower than what it started at, but it's giving us 2,000 health plus all these other stats: armor, magic resist, AD, ability power, attack speed, ability haste. So even when losing, if you're going tank, I think this is a solid item. So let's see. Man, it doesn't look like Darius stands a chance anymore at this point. He's not even doing damage to me. And I am doing damage to him. Yeah. Oh, she died midair. I think it was from my W maybe? Or burn, who knows. Oh yeah, what's our burn at? Our burn, it did 4,000 damage that round. It's at 40,000. That's crazy. And what are our anvils? We're up to 9. So ability haste, ability power, 700 health, 30% health, 35% attack speed. I'm pretty sure we get a bunch of attack speed just because that's what pops. I know we basically have everything we want here. Like this is a crazy fun build. It's got everything. So at this point, I just start buying tons and tons of anvils as fast as I can. We got more health, more attack speed. So now our attack speed's up to 100%. Our health is up to 900 there. More ability power, more ability haste. So yeah, we're just going all out on the anvils now because we've already scaled into a monster. We're kind of slow, but we're a monster, and we just burn anyone near us. Oh, they're just kiting me out. Has this really done 0 this round? I feel like they were close enough to get hit. Maybe it's just not showing at 700. Yeah, they're just kiting me out, but it doesn't matter. With the Ring of Fire closing, I'm pretty sure that I'll outlive them. I am taking a lot of burn damage. And maybe they have a chance, but they're just not as tanky as me, not as durable. And if I can get in combat, I'm going to be healing. Cassidy just constantly running from me. Ivern constantly CCing me. Doesn't matter. Boom. Get the ult off. Finish him off. Pike lives. Okay. So yeah, we're still at 20 health, which we've been at since we were on elimination round. That's the only team left. Cassidy and Ivern. We knocked them out. We were the ones that knocked them out. The Darius, Yumi, and then it's now time to knock these guys out. What do I get? A bunch more anvils? Yeah, I just went from 13. What did I? So 3 anvils there. I'm spending all my money on anvils. I just went from 13 to 17. 18. What do we got? Ability power, magic resist, health, attack speed. We got crazy good stuff. 18 of those. Yeah, I ain't sold nothing, changed nothing. It's all, this works. Yeah, it's slow. Yeah, I can get kited, but I think I outlive anyone at the end of the day. And I can keep myself in combat and get healing and stuff by just killing Daisy. Pike's putting in work. Pike did amazing. Really thankful for teammates who don't give up. Like Pike, like we were losing early. A lot of people would just give up and throw the towel in and, you know, just kind of lose mentally. I flash here because I'm like, they're low. I just want to like try to finish it off, which we do. And then there you go. The biggest comeback in arena history. We went from the round we would have been eliminated to winning every single round until first place. So much fun. Props to this Pike for doing amazingly. And then a lot of fun. I was so stoked after this game because it was like the scaling worked. Like I invested all this energy into scaling and then it paid off. So I'm going to throw on a second tank video here. After the tank Diana did so well, I decided to play like a real tank, and I played Tank Rammus in the next game. Got another first place. So we're going to go ahead and pop into that one. Let's see, where are we at? Right here. Oh, did I get it? Right here. Okay. I don't know why it didn't go for me first. There we go. Alright, so playing with an MF this time. Rammus was one of the anvil champs. One of the anvil champs that would give an anvil. So I picked him. Wonder if I remember to spend it this time before first round. I always forget. I don't know why. We started with Steal Your Heart. So we just grab it. We're like, oh yeah. This health stacking. This is just such a good item in arena. I feel like it would be good on anyone. That may not be true. I'm sure there's champs it's not good on, but I feel like it would be. Because you can do so much with scaling with health. I did use my anvil. I bought Guardian's Horn. Okay. So my anvil gave me AP. I don't know that I had good options if I picked AP, because AP is not the best stat on Rammus. Would have much rather had armor, magic resist, health, attack speed even. Attack speed's good on Rammus. We'll go through Rammus's abilities. Want to make sure, after this round, I'm going to make sure that we're actually recording. Because in my first video, I thought I was recording, and I was recording, but it was not recording video, so I just had a black screen, unfortunately. So we got to redo it. But I'm a scaling tank, and I'm going to scale into a monster, but I'm not very strong early. And I am trying my best to peel the MF, because people are just going to run her down and CC, and so I want to try to peel her. I can only do so much. There's 2 people. I can peel one pretty well, but it's only for a couple seconds. 1 point something, 1.2. So not expecting to win early, again being tank, but I'm going to scale into a monster. I do believe I end up having the highest damage in the game as the tank. It's 90 something thousand, 96,000, 94,000, something like that. Okay, we're picking this. I'm going to double check, make sure we are recording. It looks like we're recording. It should be good. Go back in. All right, and then so this is Rel. It looks like this is Darius. This is Kled. Kled drops tomatoes on enemy arenas when you're done. Darius, everyone loses 50 health, like from the rounds, like over here. And then I forget, there's some other thing, like if you get low, you don't get eliminated if you win or something. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. But I know you lose 50 health. It makes the game go a lot faster really quick. Like, it gets you closer to end game. Not item-wise, but, like, health-wise. Alright, so I picked Guardian's Horn. A lot of, like, AP tanks, I would actually pick the health, AP, ability haste starter item. The reason I went Guardian's Horn is because we don't do a lot of damage off of AP. Our Q does scale off of AP, our ult scales off of AP, but it's not very high, and our Q has a long cooldown, 11 seconds. We're not hitting it often, and it can be CC'd and completely voided. So the ability power starter I'm not as good. Now I am like forcing people to hit me. I am making them hit me like I with my taunt, and because of that, reducing damage from attacks when I'm forcing someone to do damage to me is useful. So that's why I really like Guardian's Horn on Rammus. It's good in general, and it's good on any tank, but like a lot of times they won't be even hitting me unless I make them, and Rammus has the ability to make people hit them. So because obviously they are focusing about hard and trying to avoid me, and I'm just trying to do my best to peel. Another reason I played Steel Cap. So let's go over his abilities. He does scale with armor, so not only does it make me tankier, not only does it reduce damage from those auto attacks when I'm taunting people, but it also gives me more damage with the armor. So solid item on Rammus. Regardless if they're AP or AD, it's still really good on him. Okay. Our passive deals additional magic damage scaling with armor, which is another reason why Rammus actually likes attack speed. Because with attack speed, he gets more autos, gets more damage, because he's going to get a ton of armor off his W plus his items, and then attack. Oh, and this is this is probably the best prismatic we could get, for the same reasons I was saying. Everything Rammus wants here: attack speed, armor, movement speed, true damage on hit that scales with armor. The more armor I get, the more true damage I do, and this is going to be crazy high. Being a tank, most tanks don't go attack speed, but because he has this on-hit damage that scales with armor, that's why he likes attack speed. Because he also has a low attack speed in general, and not many tank items have attack speed. So, in Summoner's Rift, a lot of times you'll take attack speed in the runes to try to make up for the low attack speed. So Q, you have this power ball where you roll around, and the first champion you hit, you knock them up a little bit, do a little damage to them. Damage isn't super high. If you get CC'd, it just cancels it, so it doesn't always hit. But it's your movement speed. It's how you gap close, basically. And if you're rolling and then you ult, that was the ult where he jumps and lands and does an earthquake where he lands. Again, it's kind of more about the... It does some damage, but not a lot, and it's kind of more about the mobility. Okay, so I think Vayne dies here. I think I die here. Do I die? Oh, Grub's ended. I heal. I have a feeling Bard wins this just because he has Grubs. I try. Oh, I dodged his Q, if that was Q. I dodged his Q with R, and I still just died to Grubs. If I had been fast enough to get like 1 or 2 more, I think it would have taken 2 or 3 more autos, and I probably would have died in that time. But yeah, so we lose that one. But we're scaling. We're not really. I mean, MF has Shrink Ray, which reduces a lot of damage enemies do, but it doesn't really give her any damage. So we're definitely scaling. I go ahead and buy my Heartsteel here to get that stacking. My first augment I haven't even been able to use yet, so didn't finish going through the abilities. Let's do that. So we talked about the mobility with Q and R, which also knocks up if you land in the middle, and it slows and does that. The The range of this ability is also increased by movement speed, which is why if you Q first and you get some movement speed up and then you do it, you can launch it farther. W enters a defensive stance that increases armor and magic resist and reflects damage back that enemies hit you with. At least for autos. I don't know that it reflects all damage. While active, damage is increased 50%. Oh, okay. So while active, your passive on-hit damage is increased by 50%, and it also damages enemies that attack. I think that's just auto attacks. Rammus's attacks also increase the duration to a max of 4 more seconds. And then E is the taunt. We get destroyed here. He's got this guy has 200 haste on his Q, so he has infinite healing. This guy has 200 haste on his W, so he just CCs us to death. I was running around trying to peel the MF, and the Alistar was just knocking us back every 2 seconds. So that one was rough, but like I said, we're going to scale. So E is our taunt. It forces the enemy to attack us, and it gives us attack speed. It scales with points. I put all my points into defensive ball first because this one goes from like 1.2 to 1.4 to 1.6. At max, it's like 2 seconds, which is a lot more than 1.2. But as far as the scaling goes, I felt like having the higher shield was going to be better. And I could be wrong on that. And having the higher Powerball would have let me Powerball more often. And that's normally what you do in Summoner's Rift. But in here, I was like, I think I just need to be tankier and do more damage. So I maxed W, then I maxed E. Okay. Oof. I'm just trying to keep the Lucian off her. Lucian is the damage. And so, in my mind, as long as I keep the Lucian busy and off of the MF, we win. So that's what I do. I just... Oh. Morgana juked me there. I tried to ult on her and she just ran right past me. Ran right under me. What did I get here? I got vulnerability. Vulnerability is super strong. Item and damage over time effects can crit. Now, I'm not going to go any other crit items. We're not really trying to crit. But just the extra crits on, like, our Heartsteel, on our Darksteel Talons, true damage, which is already done 2600. We're going to get Sunfire. That can crit. Like, it overall, a very solid item. By the end of the game, it's going to do a lot of damage. I feel like the one other thing I didn't mention was when you taunt, you gain attack speed, and the more auto attacks, the longer this stays. So they kind of work together to make them last longer. You want your taunt to be longer because then you get more auto attacks off, which makes this longer. So anyway, yeah. So how are we doing? This team got knocked out pretty quick. Minus 99. Don't know why it says that. Alright. Here we go, Sunfire. Sunfire, one of the best tanky damage items in the game if you're stacking health. Because the damage on it, the burn, scales with health. So, super solid. Plus, he gets the extra damage from the armor. This item's so good on him. Even if they have a lot of MR items, this item's so good on him. Just like Thornmail, so good on him because he uses the armor well. I remember thinking here, Illaoi's not going to one-shot, and Nautilus CC is what's going to get her killed. So I actually went for the Nautilus on purpose, thinking, look at this. Nautilus is 1v1ing her, and like perma-CCing her, right? So I know Illaoi's the damage, and Nautilus is the CC, but I felt like the CC was going to be what was going to kill her. So tried to peel the Nautilus. He has health to crit and crit on CC. So he's all in. He's all in on like CCing. And I'm able to keep MF alive and peel and deal damage, so that works out. I definitely should be taunting the Illaoi, which I think I did there because Illaoi is the damage. But I'm also trying to like keep the Nautilus off the MF if I can help it. I'm trying to peel. I do think I end up being the highest damage in this game. Just that's what's crazy is like tanks like this end up doing more damage than DP damage dealers. Just become so survivable, do so much damage, can't die. It gets crazy. Let's see, where are we at? We got 3 anvils. So I did get the 15% more health, which is a huge anvil. That first anvil was the ability power. We also got a swiftness one that gives us attack speed and ability haste. Alright, who are we against? Oh, these guys destroy us. And I remember being like, I'm Rammus. Why can't I kill this stupid Ashe? Because she's got so much kite. We take Teemo out. Ashe, like you look at this and you think Ashe should die to Rammus here, but she's so fast. She's so fast, and like she slows me. Yeah. Ashe lives with 1 HP. MF hits 2 shrooms. That's unlucky. And then Ashe. Oh, so we get wrecked here, but we'll beat them later. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. But I do remember that, oh yeah, I need MR too, which my W does give me scaling MR as well. But I think the next item I go is Jack shows. Just like in the Diana game, it's like we've got the health now, we've got some damage, we need more resistances. So Jack shows is so good here because in combat we'll get the 40% more armor and magic resist. So really just increasing our resistance. You can see I'm like all armor right now, not much magic resist. But when I press W, I'm going to get 50 more magic resist. And then with Jack shows, I'll get 40% more on that. So looks like we're planning on picking Samira here. What else was available? Riven, no changes. Mel, more gates. I wonder why I picked this. The way Samira works, I think it's similar to First Strike, except for the gold aspect. But it's like, if you hit first, you do more damage or something, or you're stronger. And it scales up with hot streaking, which is from winning rounds in a row. So I don't know exactly what it gives you, what it does, but if you hit first, you do more. And if you win, then you do even more. So wasn't able to buy an item yet. I did get an Ocean Soul, which is going to give me a bunch of healing. Super good. I did max defensive curl, then taunt. Now we're working on Powerball. And oh yeah, I remember being so confused here. I went in and I'm like, where are they? Where'd they go? And then I see their corpses here, and I'm like talking to the MF. I'm like, what happened? Did they DC? And then the MF said that they FF'd. I didn't even know you could FF in this mode. I didn't know that was a thing. And so I'm sitting here being just super confused as to why there's nobody to fight. So we're just kind of running around bored now. There's nobody to fight this round. I feel like I just ult because I got nothing to do. So I started dancing. I understand that like not all games are winnable, but like for me personally, I think there's value in perseverance and endurance and like just trying. Like that Diana game, if we gave up, we wouldn't have got first place. So I know a lot of people quit when they're behind. I think you know, you never know what's gonna happen. You never know, and yeah, you might lose. That's not the end of the world. You know, life goes on. You win the next one. You might win that one. You never know. But when people FF, I understand it's a time thing. Like people trying to save time. There's my Jack shows. Jack show is so good. It's gonna give us scaling armor, and it gave us a lot more magic resist. When you think about like the fact that our magic resist was pretty low, because it gave us flat plus scaling. But yeah, anyway. Again, I understand if you have limited amount of time and you want a good game, you FF a bad game so you can get to another game. But like, I feel like there's so many games that you should have lost that you could win if you stick it out. I'm just kind of farming my heart still stacks here, trying to keep the Alawi from doing anything, trying to be between the MF and the Nautilus, but I'm also like stuck, and so I taunt here. I should have moved on the other side of him to eat that hook, but I didn't. I don't think there's any world where they beat me. I think I 1v2 here pretty easily because I'm just tankier and I do more damage. So when you can do damage while being tanky, I don't know. Actually, I was taking some damage there. It actually looked closer than I thought it was going to be. And they just destroy the MF as soon as she pops up. Yeah, but the Nautilus doesn't beat me. He has a bunch of health and like CC, but he doesn't have damage. He has like no damage. Whereas I have damage based on my tankiness. So I don't think he can ever 1v1 me. And here he's gonna burn out faster than I am. I flashed and healed just in case, but he was already dead by the time I had flashed. Okay, so let's see how we doing. So right now we're at 35. There's two teams above us. They're both ranged top comps. Yeah, double ranged. That's great. I just completed. Wait, no, that was a minute ago. Hold on. Did I just complete it? Is that what happened? I don't know. I feel like I just got bigger, so maybe. 1809. I don't know when that was. I mean, maybe. Yeah, maybe I just completed that. So I have more anvils, more health, more movement speed. I took movement speed to help me stick to people better. Get back on me. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, I remember this being really hard for us the first time, but I think we destroy them this time. I think the second time we see them, it's like not even close. I don't know. Vayne comes in. I just taunt. I think MF dies here. So I go in. Bard CCs me. Vayne's not even in the fight yet. Vayne comes in. The second I see her, I just taunt. And then MF ult just destroys them. They're just gone. My taunt plus MF ult, Vayne's never surviving that. Unless she has QSS, which she doesn't. No QSS. Without QSS, that's a lethal combo. My 2-second taunt plus MF ult. 2 seconds of MF ult and she's dead. So, let's see what else we do here. I still don't have Thornmail. I know I wanted it. The problem was I needed too many things. Like, I needed my Heartsteel. Needed Sunfire. Sunfire's done 10,000 damage while making me tankier. I needed Jack Show. I needed more armor and magic resist. So I think next I probably sell my starter item and get Thornmail. That's my guess. We did just get another augment, and I got Impassable, which gives Aftershock and Glacial Augment, which is amazing. Aftershock is so good. When you immobilize someone, you get a burst of damage that scales with armor and magic resist, and you get a chunk of armor and magic resist. So it's like super good for tanks. Because it's going to give you a chunk of damage. I kind of juked that around you there. Oh, that's another horrible ult for me. I don't know why I thought she would run up. She ran down. Probably makes more sense for her to run down than plant down here. Yeah, we're just a raid boss at this point. Yeah, and I point out that Lucian got Shrink Ray just like MF because it looks funny. I have size. I'm giant. I have Heartsteel, which gives bonus size. I have one of the anvils that gave me 15% health and increased size. And so like when he hits me and then I shrink, it looks really funny, and I'm like small running around. All right, the Alawi Nautilus team again. Let's see. Is this where I get my Thornmail? The nice thing about Thornmail is it makes us tankier. It gives us more armor. It like when we taunt someone, they're doing more damage to themselves. because it does reflect damage just like our W. So it's like doubling up on our W. And then the other thing is when people hit us, they also get Grievous Wounds. So it applies anti-heal. So just such a good item overall on Rammus. One of the best items. Obviously, I felt like I needed these other items first to scale. But definitely one of our better items to get. So at this point, I just kind of, I'm like, well, Alawi probably has damage now. I'll just, Alawi can't 1v1 me, but she could burst, you know? So I just go hard on the Alawi. And I hope the Nautilus, who doesn't have damage, doesn't have enough damage, because, like, we've kind of scaled a bit now. And you can see the Alawi was never really able to get there, and I just whittled her down while she didn't do much to me. I think I'll make a mistake here by chasing this Nautilus, because he gets the portal back. So I'm over here, like, grabbing health and stuff. I think we still win this, but I think that was a mistake. I don't know, we might lose this. Because Alawi's back in full HP. MF gets back just in time to die because I didn't give her enough. It looks... yeah. I don't know if I win this. And I think that was a pretty big mistake. I should have gotten MF first and not given them a chance back into this because Alawi's doing a lot of healing. Nautilus is tanky. Yeah, I think Nautilus is gonna outlive me here, just because of Alawi damage. So, yeah, that was. And then you can see we lost 30 health. We were at 35. That could have been the end of the game. So that was a pretty big mistake I made. In my mind, I just heal up and I don't let him heal up and I outlive him. But I think I had forgotten about the revives, and letting Alawi revive before MF is actually really bad there because she gets plants, she gets to heal, and then MF doesn't get to do anything. So that's my fault. MF, that was not, you know, there's nothing MF could do there because I didn't facilitate MF being able to play the game. So, huge mistake. We still are going to win and get first place, but mistakes like that can cost you the game. So I have to recognize that and learn from it and do better next time. I sold my boots and I bought a prismatic anvil. Oh, I just ulted nothing. That was funny. But I am actually like ultimate raid boss at this point. There's no way I can die and there's no way I can lose at this point. I can 1v2 at this point. Now, I couldn't have won this game without MF. I'm not saying that. But at this point, I can 1v2 anyone. Doesn't matter. Because I got, you know, fully stacked Dragonheart instantly with Elder Dragon plus all of the look at those stats. 2500 health, 100 armor, all that stuff. Yeah, I'm like, it's not fair anymore. The fact that I got that, like, I already kind of had everything I needed, and then I got that. Let's see, we're down to the last round. Where's my camera? There. Let's check our damages. So, we just bought this. It already reduced healing by 10,000 and did 3,000 thorns damage. We just bought it. So maybe I should have got it earlier, honestly. Sunfire's at 20,000 damage. Darksteel Talon's at 24,000 true damage. Are you kidding me? 24k true damage. That's crazy. Let's look at our... I don't know if any of these have anything. Almost 15,000 damage on vulnerability, and we didn't even get crit. 16,000 healing on Ocean Soul. Oh my goodness. This is just... I feel like tanks are kind of OP. They're kind of broken. If you get the right runes, you could... Like, this Nautilus is a tank, but he has no damage. He did get a Sunfire eventually, but he got it kind of late. It only did 3,000 damage, which means he probably just got it. Yeah, he's got Heartsteel. You know, he's got more Heartsteel stacks than me, but he doesn't do damage. He doesn't have damage stack. None of these are doing damage. So I think that's his mistake, and there's no world where he beats me here. I'm not taking damage. I'm just healing. Oh my goodness. Yeah. There's not a world where he can beat me because I'm a tank that does damage. I just kind of jump in to finish off the game. And again, I should look it up, but I know I was like 90,000, 96,000, 94,000 damage as the tank. Both games where I played tank, I was like the top damage. So there may be something to these builds. Now, again, you could play tank, you could get really unlucky, not get any of the good augments, not get any, that can happen because this mode arena is very RNG. But 2 games in a row I played tank and got first place. So it's definitely doable, definitely possible, and anyone can do this. I didn't do anything special. I almost lost both games. I got down to elimination round on both games and still got first place. So if you like tanks and doing damage, I suggest these builds. So much fun. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really enjoy making these videos. I had so much fun. I hope you had fun. If you've got any tips or advice for me, please share it in the comments. Positive, negative, criticism, whatever you got, I'll take it. Always trying to improve myself and grow myself and the channel and make things that you guys enjoy. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.